The Melbourne Football Club, they're going through a very long rebuild at the moment. They have got a lot of older players on the team. Some are about to retire very soon. Stephen May, 33. Jack Viney's 31. Max Gawn's 34. Jack Billings is 30. Jake Melksham's 34. Tom Campbell's 34. Shane McAdams 30. Tom McDonald 33. Well, a few of those guys are very old. Well, this is a side that just won a premiership in 2021. Back when they were in their prime. Now, looks like most of their prime's basically over. Oh, yes. Look what we got on the team. Carsey Pickett. And now, let's simulate through to the mid-season draft. This is terrible. We're mirroring the stuff from real life. Oh, my days. We've won just 2 games so far this season. This is a disaster. This is not the Melbourne Football Club of old. And we don't take anyone in the mid-season rookie draft. And look, it looks like we're going to have a few changes in our side. We're going to have Rivers out. It's time to give Chandler an opportunity. Well, we do get the win over Sydney. Let's hope this is not Melbourne's last win for a while. As we're going to simulate through to August. See how we go. We've lost. We managed to beat Collingwood. How is it even possible? How did we beat the Magpies? And the bad news, see. Oh, hang on. We just beat them again. But the bad news is we're going to finish 16th in season 1. Now look at the progress that Jed Adams has made at this club. But he's played 20 games in his first year. There has been a few disappointments at our club. And look at that, the free agency period is open. Competition complete. I don't think we had anyone this good, but we do get a rising star vote from Kynan Brown on 2 votes. His dad, Nathan, played for Melbourne all those years ago. Let's go to list management. Let's see what list management has. Let's see who has left the Melbourne Footy Club. Well, we say goodbye to Tom Fullerton, Luke Kenfield, Ollie Seston, Marty Hoare, and Jack Henderson. They've all been delisted. Now let's do some trading. So we are dumping Charlie Spargo. Tom Campbell. Shane McAdam. And I think we might get away with sending Harry Sharp as one of the kangaroo. I think Sharp's going to be delisted. How about Charlie? The 23, 42, and 60, and that's done. Still done with the Kangaroos. We're going to send Tom Sparrow to the Crows. He's mates with Neil Bolland for 17, 38, and 56. And the Crows have accepted this deal. As this is looking like a complete new era for Melbourne soon. Who's the next one we're going to say goodbye to? Probably not Daniel Turner for Eagle Hagan. And that, I think we're going to be doing a deal with the Dockers. They're going to do like a cut price deal. Remember, well, Max Gawn about to be, heading towards the end of his career. Remember when we lost Luke Jackson to Fremantle? And let's erase it, and we've got him back. Welcome back to Melbourne, Luke Jackson. It's so good to see you in red and blue again. Red and blue looks good on you. We're not going to worry about any free agents or more trading away for new players because we might as well just start trusting the process and draft some talent. I think we are pretty happy with our off season. As we have just got Luke Jackson back at our club. Maybe, what about Harry Sharp? The Harrison Jones and more picks. I think seems the Bombers want to get rid of Harrison Jones from their team. How about we send Matt Jefferson to the Bombers? He's certainly not getting a game with us. And now he's off to Essendon with Harry Sharp in return for Harrison Jones and some more draft picks. We're getting some more draft capital. Send a future second to West Coast in return for, their future second and a future first. Well, we're actually getting some picks for the next draft as well. We're just doing some pick swaps with Collingwood. And we're getting some more picks. Trade period is closed. That's who we got rid of before the national draft. We got 10 picks in the draft. Oh dear. Jake Melksham and Jake Billing. Well, Jack Billings and Jake Melksham have retired. Annie Monies, Wakefield, Tajway Whited, and Kynan Brown have all been delisted. Let's see if we can get him in the. Let's see if we can relist him in the rookie draft. And our first pick is number 3. We're going to need a defender. So we're going to go with Joseph Sexton. Let's pick 17 as our next pick. Do we need any more midfielders? We're going with Joe Kennedy. Pick 29. And we got Messiah Chase. Pick number 34. We're going to get another utility, so we're going to take Mateo Ricketts. Who are we going to get with our next pick? We're going to need a key forward. So we are going with Levi Preston. Get another key defender for the future, so we're getting Jake Suter. Another small forward for the future. Daniel Animal. Next pick, we got another pick. We are going to get ourselves a ruck for the future. With Max Gorn about to retire, we're going with Alexander Mohammed. Let's hope I don't get cancelled. Well, we did take Benjamin Sears on our St Kilda rebuild. And we're going to get for our Melbourne rebuild as well. With pick 51. Another utility, we are going with Jace Smith. Well, we've got the rookie draft to go to now. We are giving Ollie Seston another chance. With our first pick of the rookie draft. Let's hope Kynan Brown's available. We're getting delisted Magpie Noah Howes. Marcus Barmer. And we're giving Jack Henderson another chance. Windsor will get the number 9, get the number 9 Guernsey. As we're giving number 6 back to Luke Jackson. Harrison Jones will wear 14. Hannibal to get 29. Smith 30. There's Ruckman to wear 33. Preston to wear 34. Let's see how we will fare in season 2. We look to build ourselves back into the top half of the table. Well, it feels so surreal seeing Luke Jackson back in red and blue. There's been a lot of players' contracts that are expiring at the end of the year. But we might not re-sign most of them because let's use this opportunity to get some new talent. So we're giving our rookie list of players a new deal. I reckon Sesta might end up getting delisted. Because he might not want a new contract. Any more new contracts we can sign? Well, we'll be saying goodbye to Bailey Laurie next year if he looks to play elsewhere. We're giving Jake Bally a new contract till 2031. He was part of our premiership core year in 2021. Let's see if he'll still be there by the time we win our second premiership of the current era. McVee's got a new deal till 2035. Come on, Fretch. We need you to re-sign. And he's re-signed. As this is looking like a new look, this is a new look Melbourne team. We'll be looking to get on the right track in 2026. Lindsay. Let's hope Langford can get some game time. Let's simulate to the mid-year draft again. Loss, win. We managed to make Geelong out of all teams. How did we beat the Cats? So far, we played 30 players this year. So we don't take anyone in the mid-year draft. Let's use this as an opportunity to get Melbourne's season back on track. We so far won our second game, our third game of the season. We just beat the Kangaroos. Let's see how we go against the Saints. We got Harrison Giants back in the side. And we just lost to the Saints. They're a bit more organised than us. Oh no, we might be without a ruckman for the King's birthday game against Collingwood. We lost by 95 points. That's expected. There is a bit of a blessing in disguise. Max Gawn's back. Back in the lineup. Trying to give young Sexton an opportunity. Speaking of opportunities, this will be a good opportunity to turn our season around. So far, we are still dealing with a few injuries. And a 27-point loss to Brisbane. Didn't really help. Oh dear, we are now second bottom. This rebuild's going to be more difficult than I thought. But the good news is, Falstrup's back from injury for our next game against Sydney. Unfortunately, with Sexton out of the side, we've always got Kay Chandler to fall back on. Carlton's back, and we're on the winners list again. Oh no, now we got Animal out injured. Oh no. Jesus, this Melbourne side can't catch a break. All these injuries we're having. No, it looks like we're going to be getting meant for an opportunity. Well, Melbourne, well, we're 14th now. I think we're starting to fare a bit better than what we were last season. And we just beat Carlton. And now we got Xavier Lindsay out. For our game in Perth against, well, the side Luke Jackson used to play for, Fremantle. But unfortunately, he won't be available for the game against his old side. So we are going to be giving an opportunity to Jace Smith. This one. We lost by 12 points. Well, maybe the Dockers don't need Jackson after all. Salem's going to be out for 3 weeks. Well, we got the Swans at the MCG for our next game. We're not confident going into this game. Considering how poor we played against the Dockers. Well, we just got up. We need to complete this objective to finish 12th. At least top 12. We've got Gold Coast again in round 21. No Butters, we've got no Petrarca. But the good news is, Lindsay's back. Let's check the contract situation at Melbourne. We've got to get Harley Langford a new deal. How about Xavier Lindsay? Let's give him a new deal too. As they are the future of the Melbourne Footy Club. We've got to get Joe Sexton a new contract. He was the third pick of the. He was our third pick in the draft. How about Messiah Chase? Let's give him a new deal as well. As it's time for the Melbourne Football Club to focus on the future. Let's open the AFL game as a dynamic potential kicking in. Some of our youngsters. Hopefully we get Sutar a new deal. He's been drafted to be a potential replacement for Stephen May. For when Stephen May calls it a day. We could be using a lot of draft capital to, well, fast track the rebuild for this club. We've got Cossie a new deal heading into 2035. Smith. Andrew Smith was re-signed. And it looks like Ollie Seston has actually managed to re-sign. Ricky Medford's going to be doing one more year on the rookie list. As he'll be going on the senior list very soon. Come on, Rivers. Re-sign with us. Yes! He's going to be staying at Melbourne for another, well, 6 more years. Daniel Annabelle signed a new 4-year deal. What about Preston? doing 6 more years. He's been drafted to be the future one of the future key forwards for us. Ricketts. Ricketts will re-sign till 2030. We've pretty much re-signed our draft core. As we're going to be bringing in a lot of players with potential. And speaking of potential, we have just got another win. And we're in the top 12. But just for a day. We got West Coast and Perth for our next match. This is a good opportunity to continue building on that form. Out goes Daniel Turner, in goes Preston. And we got another win. Well, what a turnaround we're having. What a turnaround we're having. What a second half of the season we're having. But Melbourne, we got the right mix back in the side. And we got Luke Jackson back in the Melbourne side. Return of Petrarca has happened as well. Salem's back in the side. And we've had a win over the Western Bulldogs. We are currently sitting in ninth, heading into our last game against St Kilda. So we are giving Jed Adams another run. Although we lost. But we managed to finish 13th. Better than 17th better than 16th last year. Xavier Lindsay came second in the Rising Star. Jacob Van Rooyen kicked 33 goals. I don't think we had anyone up there from the Brownlow votes. Lever, Jackson, Van Rooyen have all made the All-Australian side for 2026. Let's look at the player transfers. We just got Seston promoted. And let's see who's left. Tom McDonald has retired. Kate Chandler and Ada Johnson have all been delisted. Let's do another trade. We'll be sending Harrison Petty. So we'll be sending Harrison Petty off to Collingwood. Along with Blake Howes and Jed Adams. For a bunch of picks. And Collingwood have accepted the deal. As Melbourne are now looking into towards the future. Let's check the free agency period. As we almost gave Angwin a contract, as instead he's extended with GWS. But we do get Jet Hess off of Richmond's rookie list. It's hard to believe the Tigers got rid of him. Christian Mraz. I can't believe Port Adelaide got rid of him. And ended up re-signing him. But let's see if we can do this trade. We're setting a future first to Port Adelaide for Miles Bergman. Well, we got 16 picks. In this, I think we might have had 16 picks in this year's draft. And we're just going to focus on the draft again. We've got the first pick. We're going to need a midfielder again. We're going to go with the best player of the class, Jonathan McGregor. The best potential of the class. And we're getting Nathan Rogers at number 6. Let's see who we get at number 18. Dawson Coombs. Well, the Western Bulldogs have actually drafted. Well, that's odd. The Western Bulldogs have drafted Toby McLean. Well, it's another Toby McLean they picked. Melbourne, they'll take Ryan Angwin as a rookie. And they'll pick Ben Hobbs. Let's assign Guernsey numbers. Who else did Melbourne get rid of? Well, we don't see anyone else they got rid of. As Melbourne will look to maintain a top 12 position in 2027. stays in 3. As this is, no, this could be another crucial season for the Demons. This could be Stephen May and Max Gawn's last year. And if any more re-signings we can make at Melbourne. Well, we do give Windsor a new contract. Falstrup gets a new 6-year deal. It seems Melbourne are now going to be looking into the future. McGregor gets a new deal till 2032. This is going to be pretty long. Dawson Coombs has accepted a new deal. Let's see if Rogers can accept. 4 more years, and he's going to play for Melbourne for another 4 more years. Let's select our pre-season lineup for the game against Richmond. As this could be looking like the end of an era for Melbourne. For the old guard. As for the young guard, it's the start of a new era. I think we're going to give McGregor a game from the back line. One of the youngsters that we drafted. Chase. He's playing. We got the dub. As well, opening round, we got Gold Coast. There's a lot at the end of the tunnel with Gordon's injury. At least we got Muhammad and Jackson. At least we got this ruckman we drafted in 2025. And we got Jackson. Well, started off good for Melbourne. Next round, we got Hawthorn. We lost by 61 against the Hawks. Against the Hawk. Next up, we got the Dogs. Big win. Big win for Melbourne. Next up, we got Geelong on Gather out in the Barossa. At least we got a couple of returnees. So far, it's looking good for Melbourne. And anyways, I'll see you at the rest of the grand final if we make it. Well, look at all the progress we made. We're now 4th. And we are in the finals for the first time since 2023. And our season comes to a crushing end at the hands of Collingwood. At the completion of the... Well, although we lost by a lot, but look at the progress we made this season. We've showed a lot of progress in 2027. Once again, we were out in straight sets. Let's see who has left Melbourne. Well, it's Stephen May, who's retired. Now the 2027 3 season is over. Let's go to 2028. And the first place we start with is the try period. We're sending Bailey Laurie, and probably Ollie Seston to the Cats in return for pick 25 and 43. And Geelong have accepted the deal. That is not really a Geelong thing to do. Well, we've still got a lot of capital. So we're just doing a pick swap with Brisbane to get a bunch of picks. As we are once again trusting the process. Well, it looks like we're going to be doing a swap offer. As we'll be swapping a potentially unhappy Harrison Jones to the Western Bulldogs with Jamara Ugle-Hayden. And that's the trade period. That's the trade period closed. Well, it's goodbye, Maxi gone. He's retired. It's a sad day for Melbourne. They've lost a legend. They've lost a legend. Like Maxi gone. Let's check the playlist. Let's see if there's Ricky Ray Bennett. Where is he? Where is he? He's retired. I think he retired. So to myself. Our next pick is number 3. And we're going to go with Dan Kennedy at number 3. We take Arlo McCarthy at 10 and Marcus Olsen at 5. It's taken us a few years to get to where we want to be. We take Grayson Bradford, Juan Simmons, and Zane Cordy for the rookie list in 2028. Swapping Coombs to the number 1 shirt for next year. Bergman will wear 14. Uguhagen will wear 11 for Melbourne. And let's see how the Demons will fare in 2028. Is this the year that we can do it? As we are aiming to finish in the top 4 for 2028. Look at that, we're upgrading most of our equipment. Ready for 2028. We all know it's supposed to be the year the Tassie Devils come into the competition. Streaming on this game at the Stadium deal did not go ahead. Can 2028 be the year where we take the Melbourne Football Club, to the next level, Well, it seems a lot of the 2021 DNA's gone. Well, look at that. We've seen most of the 2021 DNA gone. As we reason why the fan satisfaction's gone down is because all we are focusing on is trusting the process. Well, let's hope trusting the process can pay off soon for the club, as we need the process trusting to pay off for us. If we want to get to very good things in 2028 and beyond. So we're going to make Viney the substitute. As his career is soon to be coming to a close. Next game, we got the Bulldogs, and we lost to Ugelhagen's former team. Round 3 with us in Adelaide, without Christian Petrarca. Without most of our good players. And we won in an upset. Well, we got Carlton on Gabba Round and North Oval. We're going to have no Sexton for this one, as we're going to be playing Hess. And we lose by 69 points. Takes a few injuries and retirements to bring our team down. But the good news is, Petrarca's back. And we lose to Port Adelaide. They nearly fries, but good thing we still got the win over the Eagles. Next up, we've got Carlton at the MCG. Another win. But the bad news is we're starting to sustain a few injuries. We're in the 8. Oh, the rebuild for Melbourne's starting to look good. $100-point win over the Gold Coast. Jesus, what a second half. We're almost having a similar second half turnaround like we had in 2026. Could 2028 be the year that we can get back to premiership success? Well, I guess that's it for the Lever era. Pretty much. Well, we did put up a good fight against the Cats. So. Next up, we got the Swans in Sydney. Oh dear, we got no Rivers, no Suter. And I think some risks actually paid off because we got the win. Next game we got Hawthorn. 100 with a big statement win. Unfortunately, we've got no Luke Jackson for the next game. Looks like we're going to have to do another week with Cardi in the ruck. We got a 14-point win. Last round, we got Collingwood. There's going to be a few back in the team. That we have missed. McGregor's back for the last game of the season. Well, we got our revenge from what happened early in the season. We got an elimination final coming up against GWS. We got Rogers back for this game. You know what? Let's just keep trusting Jay Smith. As we'll probably play Hannibal as a substitute. And it's our first finals win since the 2021 Grand Final. Next up, we got the Western Bulldogs in the second semi-final. The good news is Joseph Sexton's back for the game. Looks like we'll be playing Turner down back and playing Van Rooyen up forward. Let's hope Daniel Turner can still remember how to defend. He did not. 4 years in? Well, we've had 2 straight semi-final runs. As we feel season 5 of this Melbourne Rebuild is going to be a big one. Well, Hugo Hagem's best forward this season. But we did have a few on the All-Australian side. Let's see what this management has actually gotten for us. It's Ed Langdon and Jake Lever who have hung up the boats. Let's find some restricted free agents who we can sign. Oh, most of these are pretty old. Most of these signings look like they're pretty much, well, old. Well, we bring Oscar McInerney back to the Demons. We remember he was on the Casey Demons program all those years ago. This season's going to be big. Let's do a deal with the Gold Coast. We'll be giving them Daniel Turner, Clayton Oliver, Jack Viney, It's the end of an era for them. And Joe Kennedy in return for look at that in return. It says Melbourne are going to get some thing huge. Well, have we stacked our team with mainly for the 2019 draftees? And a look at that, we've got some new players coming to Melbourne. Matt Rowell, Noah Anderson. Oh, no, Matt Rowell's overall's gone down to 85 since we acquired him. It feels like nearly every single rebuild have been training for bloody Dacosses. Can the Demons make a play for Nick Dacos? And it looks like we're going to have to throw the kitchen sink. We're going to have to throw the kitchen sink in 2029 if we want a premiership. If we want to win with this team we got. Well, Salem is out, and we're going to get Hayden Young. Anyone know where Caleb Sarong went? He's a GWS. This could be perfect. It would be a perfect opportunity to do a trade. Sending Bradford and McCarthy to the Giants. Well, you know what? Enough with trust in the process. Let's go out there and build a premiership side. We're going to get so. Gee, well, it looks like we've thrown the kitchen sink at a few very good players. We got Dacos, Young, Rao, Anderson, King, Sarong, McInerney. Can we get Tom Atkins out of Geelong? Give him a 3-year deal. And he's off to Melbourne for the next 3 years. This could be a very good off-season coming up for the Melbourne Footy Club. As much as we love to have Will Dawson, but we're not getting rid of Van Ryan. Well, let's find some other way to get him. Get Will Dawson to our club. As North keep playing the other Dawson ahead of him, Callan. Get 5 more years for Will Dawson. He's off to Melbourne. Let's look at the pre-lit draft release lodgement. Well, we don't have anyone else to delist. We've done our work in the draft. We've done our drafting and we've done our rebuilding. Now we got the rookie draft. So we are taking Asher Chadwick as our only new player of the drafts. As we used a lot of our picks to get experienced players. Sexton's getting a number change to go with 13 for Melbourne. There's been a few new numbers at our club. Now we head to 2029. We are 2029 season. Will this be the year that we can take this footy club to the next level? Get us to the form that we showed in 2021. Or even better. We've done the hard work of rebuilding the side. Now we are going to... Now we'll get the Melbourne Football Club to a new level. To a new level of success. We get the Cats in round one. As this is a great opportunity to show the AFL world what we're all about. And we'll see you at the end of the season. We're simulating up to round 10. And look at that, we're top of the ladder. So we go with Ned Bauman, Ari Showmaker, and James Boss in the mid-season draft. As we did pass on a few draft picks. We got the winner of the Carlton. We now head to August. It's good to show we've still got a winning momentum. At the end of the season, we finished top. Oh no! Oh no! It's been some bad news. Christian Petrarca is retired. Oh no! You know what? Let's win this flag. Let's win the flag for Petrarca. He was one of the heart. He was the heart and soul of the Melbourne Footy Club. Let's do it for him. He's going to be. He's in the coaching staff now at Melbourne. He was a legend of the game. Unfortunately, injuries must have got to the best of him towards the end of his career. Anyway, we now got finals to focus on. So we're playing Hayden Young for the first final. Well, we can't play Petrarca for this one because he's already retired. Good start so far. Melbourne are in the prelim for the first time since 2021. And we're going to be versing the Sydney Swans. Could this be a chance for our first grand final appearance since 2021? And here it is. After 8 years and after 5 seasons we've done this rebuild for, Melbourne are back in the grand final for the first time since 2021. Can we win the premiership for the first time since 2021? And we're going to be versing Collingwood in the grand final. Just like in days gone by back in the 50s and 60s. Can we win our first MCG grand final since 1964?
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon. We're live from the MCG. The grand final is here at last. This should be a classic between Melbourne and Collingwood. This is the day when dreams come true, when hearts are broken, when reputations are enhanced or diminished. For some, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Here come the team.
Here we are, on the doorsteps. Come Melbourne. First step CG Grand Final since the year 2000.
Expect in this match. What's the baby? I like the Demons. They've been the best side all year. I see no reason to drop off them now. As long as they don't lose their nerve, they should be holding up the cup at the end. Thanks for those thoughts, huh? Time to find out who's kicking the which end.
Seems like every rebuild will be bringing Nick Dacos in from Collingwood. And ironically, they versed him in the grand final. Collingwood called heads. It is Melbourne who will win the toss, and they're going to go to the right of screen to this grand final.
The moment has finally arrived. McInerney wins the first hit out. Rao will be important as always. This is promising. Chance for a goal here. He's miskicked it, and he hasn't even scored. Can he find a teammate? Crisp has charged into space. Almost an accidental intercept. Preston. You can't question his commitment. King. He's got it.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
The Demons have put the first on the board quickly. McInerney wins the hit out. Langford. Rao. Takes the responsibility. Just needs to finish. Finish he does.
Well, they make no secret of the fact they set themselves to start well, and they've certainly done that today.
The Demons have exploded out of the blocks. They look capable of kicking a big score today. Sartis, clever handball. Perryman delivers it inside 50. That's wasteful. Careful ball movement. He tried to calm the umpire. Blasts away. Leaves it behind. They've put themselves under pressure. Great anticipation. Gives it everything. Who's got the wheels? Important tackle. He was just about through otherwise. One of the few that no one will argue.
The Demons have certainly looked a better side. They'll be hard to catch.
He'll head for home. How's his radar? Pretty poor as it turns out. The Pies, not at their best so far. Howes can get it and go.
The Pies are a big chance if they can just tidy up their disposal and decision-making.
The two big men do battle. Anderson, that 4-0 forward amounts to nothing. What can they generate? He steps over the line with a footy, and we've got a throw in.
The Demons are looking sharp so far. You can see they set themselves to start strongly for this game.
Ugle-Hagan got his palm to it. Tholstrup, it's a hospital hand pass. Windsor, Ugle-Hagan. Here's a big chance. Can he take it? No, he's missed.
Golden opportunity, and he's blown it. You can see how annoyed he is with himself.
Maynard to bring it back in. That'll work. Clever kick. Not his finest moment. What's he got on offer? Goes long. King, too big, Too strong, too good.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
It's a bad miss.
That's the type of thing that raises the coach's blood pressure.
Maynard heads to the pocket. Bond has found some space. They'll contest in the centre square. The Sharon hits the deck. Hunt, Moore, takes the hand pass. Tholstrup farms it out. Pickett, Langford. Strolls in and kicks the easiest of goals.
It doesn't matter who you are, it's always good to get an early one on the board.
The Demons have had a great patch. Ugelhagen palms it down. Rao, Langford, approaching the 50. This would be something if he can kick it. Alas, he's off target.
With the time he had, he probably should have done better there.
Takes the short option from the kick in. Bond pushes into space and receives the footy. Rao. In he goes. He's missed a soda.
That is called putting yourself ahead of the team.
The Pies desperately need to shift the momentum. Maynard. And they're out of trouble. Preston can't mark. He's been accosted. Ugelhagen. Langford. He's just dropped the footy and the ump has no choice.
Took too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot on goal.
Doesn't often waste it. Bergman couldn't reel it in. Good thinking and good execution too. Dawson wins the contest and can relieve the pressure. Can he hit a target? Powers got to the full. Searching kick. Quality delivery by foot. Takes the safe option. Ballard with a chance to run. He's right on his distance. It'll be a close thing. Dawson is a good judge of a ball in flight. Goes long to centre half forward. That's a strong mark. Taking time to assess the options. Normally delivers. Van Rooyen couldn't finish what he started. They're tackling with venom today. Drake showing his skills. Allen does well under pressure. He's hit up the lead. Long squeezes the kick. Hunt is hard to beat one-on-one. Can he be the fire starter? They've given it back. Dishes it off. That's a bit of a waste. Hacking it forward. Houston. He's normally good on his non-preferred. Dawson is there in defence. Penetrating ball. Sexton has a vice-like grip. You can see their confidence growing. They could be vulnerable here. He doesn't waste many. Crisp, all on his own. Long, the Pies need to make inroads soon. Dawson, again with the superior judgments. They're all over them early. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Is anyone home? Preston, dangerous to leave on his own. Got a little time here.
These half chances can often be the difference.
He hasn't struck that well at all. Howes was quick to judge the fall of that ball. Long works hard to present. It's a dreadful mistake.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
Through it goes, and they extend the lead.
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
You can't win a grand final in the first quarter, but you can lose one. The Pies will be disappointed because what they spoke about during the week hasn't come to pass. They'll need to make changes. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
The Demons were able to keep their opposition scoreless in the first term off the back of immense pressure. They closed down their space and tackled relentlessly, and it would have felt suffocating. You'd think it would be difficult to maintain that sort of intensity all match long, but they are as well equipped defensively as any side in the competition.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. The two big men do battle. Crisp, Allen, he's everywhere at the moment. It's a poor entry, a waste really. They've got time to put the kettle on. Van Rooyen, strong grab. They found the magic formula. Crisp had the presence of mind to get to the dangerous spot. He'd have paid it to himself. Throws it on the boot. He needed a cleaner pair of hands. It's a tough game. The Pies on the ball now. Good luck catching him. There goes the kick. It's online, and they've got their first in the grand final. The Pies on the board at last. Rucks go at it. Ward can send them into attack. Turned over. Preston, he might have thought about hand passing. He'll feel that one. He's a good thing here. He won't miss this. And the commentator's curse strikes again.
If they had kicked straight, this match would already be settled. It may be pretty soon anyway.
Bond makes position. The kick is precise. Can he find a teammate? The kick's gone nowhere. Steady. Drop punt. Goal!
You turn the ball over there, you've got to expect to pay the price.
It's all gone to script for them so far. Plenty of work ahead, though, as we restart. Cameron slaps it out. Crisp, stripped of it. Anderson has some attention to deal with. Dacos. Some people can't kick that far. Almost an accidental intercept. That's missing by a long way, and no score is registered. Uses the non-preferred, and they're away. Hasn't seen a lot of it. Long, feeling the heat. He's rushed her behind for his own team.
That's strange. Did he forget where he was?
Taking no risks with the kick in. Good work rate. Houston, he's been busy so far. Looking for some quick ball movement. Allen with a chance to relieve the pressure. Bond can keep it moving. The Pies might be about to start something. Well played. Picking their way through. Honours the lead. He's got an option in the centre square. McInerney picks it off. That's poor kicking. Can anyone get to the drop zone? Dacos, he's plucked. And should have a shot. Long ball in. Drops the football. King, they're fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. Harrison affects the turnover. Manages to find a teammate. Delivers to centre half forward. Preston with the intercept mark. Good penetration on the kick. Can't get hold of it. Tholstrup dealt with the pressure. Dacos. I think he's forgotten which end of the ground he's at.
I can't work out the thinking there.
Takes the short option. From the kick in. That's well played. Can they get it forward this time? He's been industrious. Pickett within range. Can make them pay. Sweeping handball. He's given it straight to the opposition. Young wins it back. Great mark. It's a deep kick. Tholstrup has taken a terrific mark.
Kicking at his first.
No trouble at all.
They forced them to kick to a contest and didn't give them an easy look. But, as we just saw, their aerial capability means they can get you that way as well.
It's looking every bit of blowout at this stage. The two big men do battle. Tholstrup, Sarong, Langford. Through the centre square he goes. He's tugged it. That's a poor kick, and the moment has passed. Can they get something going? Slick hands. Adams, got to get it forward now. Almost an accidental intercept. Anderson doing the grunt work. King tries to take them on and loses.
Caught, and the chance goes begging. Great defence.
Ballard working hard and presenting well. That is suboptimal, to say the least.
A question of accuracy, and he should be able to answer in the affirmative.
Going at his second. Punched away. Gets it to safety.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Maynard with the footy. Howes has found some space. Goes laterally. Anderson takes an excellent grab. Critical contest coming up. Jackson read at best, but to be put on a tough angle.
Well, there's one side working hard at the moment, and the other side just sitting back waiting for their teammates to do the work.
Looks good off the boot. He's got it.
Well, it's one thing to take the contested mark, but another to have the composure to finish off your good work.
The Demons are looking like premiers unless something remarkable happens. Allen, Perryman, Long, drives it inside the forward 50. That's symptomatic of their malaise. They've got winners all over the park. Tholstrup has charged into space. The Demons can smell blood. Adams is a rock in defence. Takes the short option. Crisp. Searching kick. Second effort needed. Allen leading from the front. Ward normally delivers. The Demons have all the answers. What's he got on offer? Goes long. Fritsch is the target and he marks.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
He's given it a tug and missed.
An ugly-looking scoreboard should probably be looking even uglier.
The Pies desperately need to shift the momentum. Doesn't often waste it. Preston fumbles. Could be costly. Dacos. Jackson. He makes no mistake.
He's just not giving the ball back, which makes it hard for any team.
The Demons are strutting their stuff. They're a force to be reckoned with. Half-time, and I think we're all stunned after that. One team is playing terrific football, and the other, well, they just haven't got going at all. Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
The Pies have had more ball, but they've had fewer inside 50s, suggesting that they're over-possessing the footy. That's partly due to the pressure the opposition's applying, of course, but they'd be well served to get the footy inside 50 quicker and give their forwards a better chance.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. The big men fly. Tholstrup. Ugelhagen relishing the contest. Sloppy disposal and a turnover. The kick's gone nowhere. Needs a good kick. It looks a good kick. Is it there? Indeed it is.
The Demons are making a bit of a statement here.
The Demons on the board first after half-time. The big men fly. Allen, he's been a shining light. Perryman, quality delivery by foot.
His goalless so far, but this would be a great way to get on the score sheet.
Big kick required. It's not a bad effort. He's got the distance comfortably, but he's off target.
I suppose he felt obligated to take the shot given how few opportunities they've had.
Looks good. He steered it through.
He's finally on the score sheet. It's been quiet today, but he made that one count.
They've pulled one back, but they need plenty more where that came from. The big men fly. Allen comes free in the tackle. That's a legal disposal, isn't it? He's gone. He had plenty of time.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
What a game he's having. Crisp couldn't burst through. Just trying to get it forward under pressure. King! Too big, too strong, too good. Towards the goal mouth. Rao can just about walk this in.
He'll surely go back and slot this.
Hammers it home.
Some good decision-making with ball in hand opened up that opportunity, and a cool finish ensured it didn't go to waste.
The Demons are showing why they were well back to win this match. McInerney slaps it out. Tholstrup, Dacos, Rao, caught, dropped it like a hot potato. Jackson, he wouldn't take no for an answer. Heads for home, that was never missing.
It's one thing to be outclassed, but this is starting to get a real stench about it.
The buzzards are circling. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Ward, he's hit up the lead by hand. Well done. Runs towards goal and slams it through for a six-pointer.
Not much has gone right for them today, but that was a great passage of play.
Can they follow that goal up with another? Cameron slaps it out. Out. Crisp, that's unusual. He'll work all day. Hand pass cut off. Slips through his fingers. Cameron will keep coming. Van Rooyen puts his teammate under the pump. Bad error there. Not his finest moment. Going for territory. Good disciplined defence. Adams, long, with a chance to run. Houston on a lead. The Demons guarding the corridor. Bergman cuts it off. Crosses the paint. Adams thwarts them again. Clever kick. Ward, solid tackle. Tries a safe ball. Howes, he's caught. Can he hit a target? In no man's land. They've put themselves under pressure. In he goes. It's there!
That was a nightmare of a turnover. He'll be looking for a hole to jump into.
The Pies, a shot. What a debacle it's been. Cameron showing his skills. Chris. Sartis. They need to hit the scoreboard here. And the kick inside 50 lets them down. Bangs it long. That's generous, and this could hurt the other way. Kicks to centre wing. Harrison, all on his own. Sartis. They've worked it well. How's the entry? Van Rooyen drops into the hole and cuts that one off. He's had little impact so far. Rao outbodied his opponent and took a ripper. Good penetration on the kick. King is so strong one-on-one.
Relatively straightforward kick, but that's easy to say from here.
This deserves a goal, but he's put it the wrong side of the stick.
He certainly would have expected to kick that one, but he's got to put it out of his mind now.
Houston goes short with the kick in. Honours the lead. Can he find a teammate? McInerney reads the ball so well. This will go very wide. It's an exhibition in attacking footy.
The Demons continue to display a greater work ethic than their opponents, despite having the game parcelled up.
He's missed.
He probably should have dished that one off, to be honest.
Taking no risks with the kick in. Good work rate. Maynard. That's an adventurous kick. Cameron swoops. Jackson in the right spot at the right time. Tholstrup. Langford got the handball away. King dealt with the pressure. Ugle-Hagan. Through it goes, and they extend the lead.
This would be an unbelievable performance at any time, let alone in a grand final.
The Demons look in the mood to dish out a real hiding here. Jackson got his palm to it. Tholstrup, he's lost it. That's got to be a free kick. Took them on and didn't dispose of it correctly.
You've got to be quicker than that.
Long ball in. King is hard to beat one-on-one.
The Demons are keen to make the absolute most of this, and why not?
Goes at goal, but I think that's going the wrong side of the stick. It's a behind.
He's absolutely butchered a gilt-edge opportunity. It's a horrible feeling.
I've liked his game today. Good thinking and good execution too. Normally delivers. They're moving the footy well here. Look at the distance on that hand pass. Maynard has found some space. Searching kick. Crisp makes position. Bombs it in. Can't take it. De Goey. Can he snap it goal? Stripped of it. The Pies have just one more quarter of this torment to endure. The end can't come quickly enough for them. Gary's with us again. What's on your mind, Gaz?
The Pies are going to have to set a new record for the greatest three-quarter time grand final comeback if they're to win this premiership. That record currently stands at 24 points, and Essendon shot Hawthorn way back in 1984. Almost everything needs to go right from here.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. Is that a deliberate rush behind?
I reckon they thought about it.
Maynard to bring it back in. That's well played. Goes long to centre half forward. He needed a cleaner pair of hands. Ugle-Hagan navigated the traffic. McInerney, Langford, two already today. Can he make it three? You bet he can.
To play like this in a grand final is astonishing.
Their cup runneth over. Cameron punches it out of the ruck. Allen, Perryman, goes long. Needed to be clean and wasn't. Sexton affects the turnover. Sartis leads his opponent. Houston runs onto it. Not a lot of space to work with. Windsor has a paddock in front of him. King read it well and claims the mark. You have to bounce it once in a while. That's good vision. Houston can keep it moving. Junk times come early. Windsor wins it back. Great mark. Delivers a long ball. That play should have resulted in a shot at goal. Cameron, dangerous to leave on his own. Sarong read it well. A good kick here and they'll be in business. Drops the football. Dacos, desperate defence. Lays it off. Ugle-Hagan running in support. Almost threw it out. How will the umpire see this? He's just dropped the footy and the ump has no choice.
Caught and the chance goes begging. Great defence.
Doesn't often waste it. Howes. That's good work rate. Playing for pride now. Maynard uses the body well. He's been prolific. Quality delivery by foot. King chops it off. Crunching tackle. Jackson. What can he do with it? Dacos hunting the footy. He'll kick this. In he goes. And he has delivered.
Well, they're just having fun now. This has long ceased to be a contest, and it's become a case of fill your boots.
I think we're all in shock. It's hard to comprehend a grand final scoreboard like this. Ward delivers to centre half forward. It's been that kind of day for them. No sign of them dropping off. That's not 15. Hasn't seen a lot of it. Langford, the Pies, continue to be second to the ball. How did he get rid of it? Illegally, says the ump.
He bit off more than he could chew there.
Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. Blasts away. Ugle-Hagan is like a magnet in that forward line. The Demons finishing strongly. King somehow released the ball. He's suddenly a popular man. Must be incorrect disposal. It is.
He tried to do too much, not for the first time.
Not a lot of positives today. That's a strong mark. What's he got on offer? Takes the safe option. Allen made that kick look good. McAdoon had the presence of mind to get to the dangerous spot. Penetrating ball. They could be vulnerable here. Feeds it out. Maynard. Anderson chops it off. His field kicking is normally first rate. King marks it centre half forward. They're playing like champions. Langford appreciates that delivery. Can he finish it off? This will be another one. Oh, they can do no wrong.
Well, if you give him room inside 50, you'll pay more often than not.
This is how you play a grand final. Cameron, he's rucked superbly in a losing cause. He couldn't get rid of it. They wanted holding the ball, but nothing doing. Cameron, they won't blame him. Sartis, Allen, they'll compete inside the 50. Membry, Marks, that's hard to stop.
Straight in front, should not miss.
It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dogged it.
He managed to find some space, and he was never going to have a problem converting from there.
Can they get that scoreboard looking a bit more respectable? Cameron with the tap. Sartis, Ward, sets a task for the forwards. Fritz takes an excellent grab. Gives it everything. That's an impressive mark. Going for territory. Chance gone begging. King under pressure. Van Rooyen goes goalward and he's off target.
A gimme goal gone begging. What a waste.
The Pies have been consigned to a face-saving exercise. The kick was centimetre perfect. And they're away. Long. This is a big opportunity. He's only had the one inside 50. Taken to ground. Just shoveled it out. Might be time for one more score here. Windsor. He's in the clear, so he'll have a bounce. Hooked the ball and that's a goal.
A real opportunist goal there. He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
What a result. They'll be ecstatic about this. McInerney wins it out of the centre. Tholstrup competing fiercely. The Demons are ready to pop the corks as they set up for what might be the last stoppage of the season. Tholstrup should have done better. Stripped to the footy, met solidly, takes the advantage. There it is, it's all over. After a long, hard season full of twists and turns, the ecstasy and the relief of felt.
What a premiership from Melbourne.
But for the fans as well.
2029, they've done it.
How did you see it?
The Demons were sensational. They were in the
zone,
along the match went the better they got. If you're lucky enough to be a supporter of this side, you couldn't ask for more.
They won by 91 points in the grand final.
All year, the best side by a lot.
You get the feeling there'll be a lot said about this one. Thanks, Huff.
And there we go. This will wrap up the Melbourne Rebuild. As I've done a poll for my next rebuild, and it seems it seems a lot of people want me to do a Richmond rebuild. Our best player this season is basically Colton Tholstrup. Ben King won the Coleman Medal. Looks like this guy from Geelong won the Rising Star.